Alright. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another video. This week we have a special treat for you all. We have a different type of video. We're not doing educational based videos. Well, a little bit, maybe a little bit of education. But we got the man, the myth, the legend, the beach body, Drippyseth on set today.
Do the thing.
There you go. So we got him today. We'll put on the old blue light spectacles. I know some of you make fun of me for it, but blue light glasses are cool. Okay, they're coming into fashion a little bit. All right. So today we have a different type of video. We're gonna teach Manny, or we're gonna show Manny how I actually do this day trading business, right? So as you all know, I'm a day trader. I don't swing trade much. I don't really long-term invest. I'm more of a day trader. So what Manny and me are gonna do today is I'm gonna run through my entire analysis of how I day trade, what my morning routine looks like, and then he'll actually get to see me trade live, okay? So one thing that I was mentioning to Manny this morning already was that I actually don't show my profit and loss. I don't take my P&L, I don't watch it, so I don't I keep my psychology in check. Video drop today, when's videos filmed, so Tuesday. I keep my psychology in check that way so I don't get run into FOMO or revenge trading, so I just kind of keep it that way. So what I've done already this morning, while Manny was kind of setting up everything while we were working, I checked kind of my leading gappers of the day. So it looks like most things are running on pretty light volume today, okay? So we have here on our volume column, it just shows us, how many hundreds of thousands or millions of shares things are moving at. So Kansas City, as I mentioned, is moving at relatively low volume, but it's the highest gapper, which means it's moved up in price the most. But the reason for this is only because of that acquisition. So a company basically bought it up. But Liquid Media, or YVR, which is another company, is moving with 7 million float, or 7 million shares of volume. So this is a really high one. It's probably the best one we have today. So most likely it's going to be the one we're eating off of today, is YVR. So we're going to most likely take a few positions on YVR. We'll see market open. So market open now. So you'll get to see my live reaction. So as soon as it breaks above 304, we're going to take a position. I'm going to set in an order at 304. Put my stop loss for 9 cents. So you see how low my stop loss is? And I'll take profit just below the highs of it, so 315 here. So we have market open, basically. We are waiting for a position of YVR. It looks like it's probably, okay, so I'm gonna take a dip trade in YVR here. So we currently took a dip trade on YVR at 290. So 290, we have a dip trade at YVR. We're waiting for the pop-up. Okay, we're out of YVR. We got out, so I basically took a position at 290, and then it just dipped below a little bit further, so I'm out. I don't even look at it anymore. So we're waiting. We have an order kind of holding on that position. What we're going to do is we're going to just change this up to make sure we have everything settled. Yeah, so KSU, still our leading gapper. YVR is the one trading with the highest volume, and everything else looks pretty terrible with volume. PSR, or FSR, sorry, isn't trading with really good volume. So I'll show you what I mean. So you see that red line there? Mm-hmm. That's called our VWAP. When something trades below the VWAP, I generally don't like to look at it. I kind of just say that it's not a good trade for the day.
So this is all live here, all the stuff.
This is all live, yeah. So this is exact market. So we're trading right now on the 1 minute chart. I generally like to move, for my scalping trades, I like to move to a 10-second chart. So it's a lot quicker data. But for today's purposes, we'll just keep it at 1 minute just because I don't feel like I need to move, just because the way the market is moving, it doesn't look very volatile. It doesn't look like it's moving very quickly. So you see how it's kind of faded right below VWAP? So basically what I mean is that this trade, so this red line, this trade is no longer something that I'm looking for as a buy offer, right? Okay. So it's kind of dipped already below see this yellow area? Yeah. That's pre-market, right? So that's between basically I have mine set up from 6 a.m. to 8:30. So between that window of 6:30 to 9:30 in the morning is pre-market. So it's not market open. So market opens at 9:30, and then it starts trading live in market open. So in pre-market, our lows were about 292. So because it's basically dropped right below 292, it's flushed. So a lot of people came in, they've taken their profits, and they've just flushed the price down, okay? So I have two scanners that I use for sure, like my biggest scanners is my gap traders. So, or my gap scanners, which is, so this is where it closed yesterday, and that's where it opened. So you see how it gapped up without a proper move. So that's a gap up. So every day stocks will move up and down. They'll gap up and down. I only trade the leading gappers. So the ones that have gapped up the most that day. Okay. So I don't ever trade other kinds of stocks. And then I also change up to Momo Scanner or my momentum scanner. And I basically look at which stocks are moving with the highest amount of volume. So how much people actually want to go onto it, right? Okay. So yeah, YVR is not doing well. So I have a bunch of, this is called my watch list. So a bunch of stocks that either I've traded before or I feel like can move a little bit. So I have, Mara is one of them. I have Palantir, which is another one that's moving pretty well. Tesla, Apple, Airbnb, Bitcoin. And what it looks like is that the market is having a bit of a pullback day. So, and I want to get your live reaction. If you don't understand anything, look at the camera. So let's see. What is our market sentiment looking like? So, one trade today seems a little bit slower. It's not as exciting as it usually is, which is okay. Sometimes it's the beauty of the market. Sometimes we just don't get super, super aggressive days. So what I'll do here is, let me see something.
That's a 10.
So you see how this was 8 million shares of volume and it's dropped to 5? That means people have left that and have basically said that they're not interested in it anymore. So they don't really care about it. It's not something that interests them. So, So you see how there's like, so you saw how in the other one, so let's just go to like, I don't know, GME for example. So you see how these bars are like full, right? They're moving full. That means there's a lot of price action happening between these bars, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas if you look at something like this, where it was Fisker Inc., you see how there's a lot of like dashes. That means there's not a lot of volume moving, right? So they're actually getting they're getting a bit of volume coming in now, 3 million. So I look here also. So my volume right now is 3 million. My average volume is 10, which means that what it usually trades at, it's not reaching that point, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe I'll take a trade above 425, 430 for the break of the $0.50, and then maybe I'll take a break of the $0.50 to 15, but it's fading already. It's fading.
2 hours later.
Yeah. So that red thing. So
people are just selling?
Yeah, so every time it's red, that means people are selling or taking their profits, right? So every time it's green, that means people are buying up shares. So this number here, this 134.774 million, that just shows how many shares of volume are around, right? So that whole Apple concept we keep talking about, the more that is, the worse it is for the stock to move, right? Because let's just say there was only two cups and there was 3 people trying to buy. We're all fighting for 2 cups, right? Mm-hmm. But let's just say there's 10 cups and there's only 2 of us. Well, we can just take however many we want back and forth. So it doesn't move the price as quickly, right? So it's weird, but it doesn't.
So the higher the volume, you're saying?
The higher the volume and the lower the float, the better. Okay. Right, so that's float and then that's volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this looks like it might be kind of primed for a bounce off the VWAP. I'll set an order just right above. We'll look for the break all the way up to 15 and we'll risk 40 cents. So see, I'm telling you, people are like, oh, I don't want to risk thousands of dollars. I'm only risking 40 cents. So see that 0.39? I'm risking 40 cents, right? For a gain of 97 cents. But again, I trade at very high volume. So until it crosses my black line, it doesn't hit me in with an order. So I'm basically just waiting, and if it doesn't put me in. So
the black line there, what is it, 14?
That black line, yeah. So 14.08. So I'm looking for a break over 14 again, and then a break over the $0.50, which is 14.5, and then the break over 14.5, I'll add more to 15. So I'll just basically, if my target is 15, I'll wait for my first break, and then I'll just keep adding in until it hits my price target, and then I will sell all my positions, or at least sell part of it if it's moving up with a lot of vigor.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like it's moving super hot. What we might actually do is transition to something a little more volatile. We might go Bitcoin. I don't ever trade Bitcoin. I don't really trade Bitcoin, but I think just for this video, why not? We'll trade a bit of Bitcoin. We'll see. Okay. We're looking like FSR will probably hit us in. Again, FSR, I'm trading it today. It's not a clean play. It's not something that I would generally want to trade. Yeah, it's fading. Yeah, I'm taking my order out. It's just not working.
It's right there. I see that.
You see how it's dropped below that line? So as soon as it breaks below that line, I mean, it still might make a recovery and come up, but right now I just don't feel comfortable being in it because I don't see it moving with any kind of market sentiment, right? So I don't like it. So I just leave it. Why isn't this uploading for me? So, okay, so you see how, so you have Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500, right? Mm-hmm. So you have these red bars, right? So these are all index funds, right? So index funds have, it's like that basket that I keep talking about, and then all the individual companies, right? So this is mainly tech. This is, a bit of tech and a bit of whatever. And this is mainly
so these are a bunch of companies kind of under one.
Yeah,
umbrella.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you see how they're all red. Mm-hmm. That means the market as a whole, the sector is kind of dropping. So, which is okay. Like, it doesn't mean, stock market crash, like, ooh, go crazy. No, what it means is that it's just a day where a lot of people don't see that the market is moving very high. So they're probably just taking a bit of profits. It's very healthy for a market to pull back. So you see how the NASDAQ is pulling back the heaviest. It has the biggest red bar. Mm-hmm. That's because it is very tech heavy. So it has like Tesla, Apple, like it's very tech concentrated. And those move very quickly, but also, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we'll do here is that we'll enter in. We'll wait for the break of 15. We'll also just keep that 40-cent drop.
So, okay, so the black line there, that's when you automatically buy a share?
Yeah, so that
reaches that?
Yes, that black line at 1409, right?
Yeah, and then the breaking point that you set above that, what does that signify?
This black line here?
Yeah.
So that's a line that I put to map out what is the highest it's been. So right now I'm in the trade. So this is the highest that it has been today, is at 1430. So as soon as it breaks over its high of day, that means it most likely will continue going forward. So what I see right now is that this potentially, a lot of traders are coming in. So what I'll do is I'll just take a bit of profit off the table. So again, FSR is trading right now at $14. So we see how we have a break. So we're just waiting for it to break kind of that 1430. If it doesn't move, so this is actually a very clean, what we call bullish pendant. So we had a pullback. So we had an increase, a pullback, right? So that's what we call a pullback, that red. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as it broke above that line, that's called our bullish pendant, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take everything off the table. So I took everything off in profit, which is good.
So I'm assuming that it's a hotkey that you set to take off.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now what you invested originally is still there?
No, what I invested originally, everything's off the table. So now, so this order that I have here, it just basically keeps to show where the order was. So, for example, if I want to put in a new order, they're just like, well, remember, you've already put one here. So are you sure you want to put another one there, right? Yeah. So this will just show me. So I can just delete it, and so it keeps my graph clean.
So do you have any shares in this particular stock right now?
Right now, no. I took all my 10,000 off, yeah. So the reason why I got off here out of this position is because, do you see how I had 1, 2, 3 green candles? Mm-hmm. But this green candle, so if I take kind of my drawing tool, this candle here, it basically was creating a flat top. So it basically came up, hit this level, couldn't break it, came up, hit that level, couldn't break it, came up and hit that level 3 times, couldn't break it. So it's almost like you have a wall, you're trying to knock it down 3 times, you can't knock it down, so it just flushes the other way, right? Okay. So it's just like, forget it, I'm gone. So I saw kind of 1, 2, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take my chances. If it breaks it, I'll get back in. If it doesn't, I'm out. Okay. Risk management, guys. This is risk management, okay? Risk management. So what I basically did there was exactly risk management. I said, this could break. It could, give me thousands of dollars, but I'm not willing to just wait for it to break. I'm going to wait for it to break, and I'm not going to assume it's going to break, right? So that's what I did, and as Manny saw, it basically just flushed in.
So you got in and got out at the right time then?
Exactly, yeah. And
so,
it wasn't...
So is 10,000 shares the amount that you buy every time?
Yes and no. So usually I'll actually buy 1,000 shares at a time. The reason I'm doing 10,000 today is because the volume is very low and things are moving very slow, which means that
you want to get like one really good hit.
One really good hit, yeah. You see again how it's trying to break that. So I don't have an order, but you see how it's going to try to break that wall again that we keep talking about?
Yeah.
If it breaks that wall, I'll be in. So right there, I'm in. So I haven't put an order, it just automatically market open. So we'll add more. Okay, we'll take off half. Adding for the break of 1430. Can it break its high? Okay, we'll take it all off the table. Okay, if it breaks that, I'm in again. So right now I have, I'm in right there.
So you just bought more shares?
Yeah, I just bought more shares. I'm adding again. So now I'm adding. Oh, there you go. I'm adding above 1450. So I'm looking for the break. So I'm adding more. So what I'm doing is now I'm holding. So I'm holding about 30,000 shares. So I'm holding. Okay, we'll take some off the table. We won't be greedy. So as soon as it breaks below this level again, I'm out of all my positions. Okay, I'm out of all my positions. So Control Shift takes me out of all my positions.
Takes all your shares out.
Everything, yeah. If just Shift alone will get half, Control Shift is everything, right?
Okay.
So I'm out right now. So basically what I'm waiting for now is that now I have to move this level to its high. So its high is 15.58. So once it breaks over 14.5, so $14.50, I'll generally add more into my position. So guys, so FSR was not moving. It really isn't moving. We're scalping it, which means it's not moving with a lot of, volume. Its average volume is 10. It's right now trading with 3 million. We got a really good position there. I actually can tell you. So we got in here. We basically got in 43 cents, which is, I'll show you, 43 cents. I had 25,000 because I sold it before, times 0.43, that.
Damn.
Post commission. So right now I've taken over 60,000 times 0.01. So that's how they took already $6,000 of commission off of me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot of commission, right?
It was kind of fun.
It's super fun.
It's like a video game.
Yeah.
Except if you lose, it has real life consequences.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've been trading right now for 20 minutes. So we've been here for 20 minutes. I mean, right now, current profit up, just under 1,300. So 1,290. So I buy, like I said, 10,000 shares. But every time you buy and every time you sell, you get commission off of it. And total, I got 40 cents. But remember, I was taking positions off as it was moving up. So not every single one of my positions was 40 cents, which was my mistake.
Yeah.
I just miscalculated it. But which is why I don't look at my P&L. I just log in after and I look at what the total was. For example, if I look at my history here, so I basically took some off of, I was up the most, actually 15,000 shares. So I took a lot off kind of around the 14.23 and then the break of the 5. So I took actually all my hotkey stick. I took all of it off at 14.5. So actually I didn't get that 43 cent. I got about 25 cent move, which is okay. Hotkey stick.
What does that mean?
So what happens is I will click it and I'll think that I'm clicking only like half and half and half, which is why your P&L showing is probably good. But I'm actually clicking all of it off.
Okay.
So I actually took off all my shares at one time, which is fine. It is what it is. It's just a mistake that happens sometimes with hotkeys. So,
Is there any way for you to like see as you do it? Like if you click a hotkey, there's nothing you can pull up that'll show you like this amount went to the
Yeah. So if I have my so usually when I'm trading, I'll have my P&L here at the side.
Okay.
Well, not usually. That's a lie. Usually I trade like this. I do not have my P&L. Maybe we'll do another video where I have my P&L up so you can actually see what's happening with it. But yeah, so maybe I'll do that next time. More videos to come, friends. Oh yeah, okay. Goodbye, friend. So YVR just completely faded. It was our leading gap, one of our leading gappers, the one that I was most interested in, and it just completely faded.
Oh wow, is that it there?
Yeah, so we were looking at it up here, remember? And it's basically just faded, yeah. So this is what I mean, like a lot of, so taking a position right at market open is very risky because you don't know if the thing is gonna go up or down. You don't know how the market is gonna fully react. So I like to just wait a couple minutes just to see what it's actually gonna do. In response. So FSR looks like it's gaining quite a bit of volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to FSR and it looks like it's holding kind of that position. So what I'll do here,
I'm seeing a trend.
He's seeing a trend. He saw this trend. Which is true, right? So right now what we're looking at an ascending channel. So we have, and the reason it's called a channel is because we have this, right? So it's in between this. So as long as it stays within kind of this channel here, we're saying that trend may continue up, right? May. The market doesn't have to do anything, guys. It could be a perfect bullish pennant and still go the other way. So what I'm waiting for right now is the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So I'm just waiting for the next candle. So you see how it's fading? All I was waiting for was, let's just say this candle closed right here and then it jumped to the next candle. I would get into a position because that was the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So it's gone. What I'll do though is actually I'll take a short position. So a short position means that I think this thing is going to continue going down. So I've sold my shares at a higher price for when it dips, I take the profit. I will explain that better in a second because I'm in a position. So I'm in a position right now with 2,000 shares. When I short, I generally short with very light shares. So 1,500. Out. I'm out. And then we'll switch gears to a buy. So we're switching gears. We've bought in here at 14.18. Oh, that was a $200 loss. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay. We'll add more at 14. So we're waiting for right now at 14.18. Take some off the table. Okay, we're taking all of it off the table.
So, did you have shares in this initially?
Yeah. So what happened there is when it was here, I said I was shorting, right? And then you saw that huge spike, right? So that huge spike, it basically hit my stop loss. So I have it set that I will take a certain profit and a certain loss. So either I can manually take it out, or the computer will automatically just sell me, or like sell me at a high position, or take out my shares, right? So it took me out with about a $200 loss, but then actually I was able to get a little bit back because I caught kind of that upper spike, and I got back a bit of profit on that move. Now what I want to do is this. So the stock market isn't moving very well. I mean, I don't want to take any more positions in the stock market. I think I'm okay. So this is FOMO. So I'm not gonna touch it because you're with me, but this is FOMO. You see how you see such a perfect, like basically you see a huge green. This one is not moving, and then this one is already starting to make a higher candle. So you're just like, oh, that looks like a good position to buy because I can buy and then sell it up here, right? That's most likely FOMO because I see it and I know that I lost a bit of money on the way down. So I'm just like, I don't want to revenge trade. I don't want to FOMO, so psychology. So what I do is I basically just wait. And I say, you know, it could go up. If it spikes, I'll be like, damn, okay. Then my technical analysis would have been okay. But if it goes the other way and I'm like, I made a good decision and I didn't get it, right? I didn't feed into FOMO. I didn't feed into psychology, right? Yeah. We'll switch gears to Tesla. So they'll only buy Tesla. So right now Tesla's intraday high. Intraday high is about $735. And right now it's trading at 730.
And that's per share.
Per share, yeah. So Tesla is really expensive. So I don't ever day trade large cap stocks. It's called a large cap stock because you see the market capitalization is 700 billion. Whereas if we go back to, I don't know, what's a small one? Let's go back to FSR. Right? We'll go to FSR. Its market cap is 4 billion.
Okay.
Right? Still actually a pretty large cap stock, right? But it's not as big as Tesla, okay? So you only want to really day trade Tesla if you have a lot of money that you can buy lots of shares with. Like right now I can, you know, buy a lot of shares of Tesla, but I won't because to me it's just risky. I just wanted to see what Tesla does, because if Tesla does very well, Bitcoin does very well. If Bitcoin does very well, Mara does very well, right? So I used to trade, I had a lot of positions in Mara before, and it looks like I probably should have gone in a bit of Mara on my swing trade account, but it's fine. It is what it is. No FOMO. No FOMO here. FSR. Looks like it's doing, yeah, see? Ha! FOMO. See that? Oh yeah, props. That's how you go for that.
Oh, that's okay.
So, remember how I was talking about here, FOMO? So you see that, so right here we're talking about FOMO in this area right over here. Where's my draw tool? Right over here. We were talking about FOMO. And then all of a sudden, the green candle came, which could have tricked a lot of people into breaking in, but then it faded out. The reason I was very careful with this stock was because you see how the volume jumped from 3 to 21? So now it's trading at very high volume, average volume, so relative volume. So normally it's at 10 million, and right now it's trading at 21 million, okay? But the shares are still ridiculously high for my liking. So what I say I'm going to do is this. We out. We done. Let's check the P&L for the day. Let's see all those stupid little trades, what happened. Just as before we check the profit, before we check all of it, I just want to hit a disclaimer, okay? Manny got to see me trade live, so he got to see that what I'm teaching you guys, what I'm telling you is not BS. I do take risk management into account. I take psychology into account. It's hard. I mean, it's just like anything, right? Like you play a sport, you're in front of somebody and you just get a little bit nervous, right? I mean, it's the same thing with me where maybe I was being a little bit more careful than usual. I was trading with a little bit lower position shares. So, 10,000 actually was my highest that I was trading with. I was going in with, 2,000 shares, 1,000 shares, 4,000 shares. On my normal days when the market is very volatile, I'll increase to maybe 10,000 shares every time I hit the buy button for a maximum of 20 to 30 shares, 30,000 shares at most, right? I have leverage, which is why I can do that. I'm on a margin account, which is why I can do it. I don't ever recommend anybody doing it. But anyway, you got to see it live. It was a very slow day in the market. Today was not a good day. I mean, I feel like if Manny wasn't here and he wasn't kind of keeping me in check, because when somebody's with you, they keep you in check, I probably would have made a lot of silly mistakes. I would have probably tried to be aggressive. But the idea is with the market, you actually want to know when to be aggressive and when to say no thanks, right? So we've been trading for exactly half an hour. I usually go for about an hour, but the market doesn't look like it's giving anything really good today. So drum roll, please. So my current position, the net liquidity that I have is actually $2,688.
That's just from today?
That's just from today.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
It's an honest half an hour's
It's an
work.
honest half an hour's work. So that was the profit for today. So now what I want to quickly...
Oh, was that in USD?
Nope, this is CAD.
Oh, okay.
This is CAD, yeah. No, it's Canadian, yeah.
I know that the stock market said it was in USD.
The stock market is USD, yeah. And that's the thing is that, so I get a commission charge, but we also get an ECN charge, which is basically because I put my money as a Canadian, it has to transfer my money from a Canadian currency to an American currency, which the broker takes a charge for that. So then when you buy it in American dollars, right? But then when you sell it, it's the same thing. You sell it, they have to transfer it back to Canadian dollars, and then they give you the profit. The reason I like to turn off the camera. So that's it. So that is day trading for the day. I mean, Manny was here. You got his live reaction. You got to see me be a little weird. There was a few hiccups again. Nerves. Psychology, guys. Nerves. I did a little mistake on the calculation of how much I earned, which is okay. But we showed you the profit for the day, which was 2,600 something of the day. Manny got to see it. We were trading with, just as a recap, we traded with 1,000 shares per hit. So per hit meaning every time I hit my hotkey, I was adding 1,000 shares. So my top position was, I think it was 15,000 I said. So I just looked back, it was 15,000 shares. That the most that I had, and my highest position was actually a 21-cent gain. My biggest loser was 400 bucks. Okay, so probably it was at 3,000. I scraped it off the top with one of those bad trades. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take it. We're washing our hands. We're taking it off the table, and we're saying that we're happy with the profit of the day. Okay, guys? Now, a lot of you will be saying, oh, $2,688. Like, that's so good. Like, why don't you do something with it? You have to understand in Canada that that's my trading money. As soon as I pull it out of that account, I have to get taxed on it, right? Because in Canada, you actually get taxed on trading. So it's like an income, right? So it's the same idea. The good thing is that for all of you traders out there that want to get into it, in Canada, and I'm specifically talking to my polar bear riding Canadians, your first $100,000 in capital gains are actually non-taxable. So you can actually earn $100,000 from trading and you don't get taxed on it. And your losses work against your gains, which is really good because let's just say you start trading and you lose $1,000, but then the year after you earn like $3,000, right? Well, you're like, okay, I'm net profit, $2,000 or $2,000. But what the government said is that no, you've lost $1,000, so we're gonna already start you in a negative amount. So your losses will always help you actually. Always help you stay below that 100,000 for however much long. But if you're really good, like you'll get over that pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
So any final words you want to say to our dearest friends? What's your reaction? What are you thinking? What are you saying?
It's a lot less. What's the word? Not threatening. It's a lot less like intimidating when you actually see it.
Yeah.
It's not as intimidating. I like when people talk about the stock market, people think of like the Wolf of Wall Street.
Like,
yeah, 40
cocaine.
40 guys in a room screaming at each other for half an hour straight.
Yeah.
But it's not as threatening. It's not as intimidating.
No. Yeah.
Now that I've seen how the program works, it's
So I'm actually, it's funny. Maybe the next time we'll do something like this, I'm actually changing my data stream provider. So it's going to be a lot cooler to look at. So the next video, you'll actually be able to see my P&L moving up and down. You're going to be able to see exactly what trades I'm taking. And then maybe we'll do something really cool. Maybe I'll open a $500 account and I'll just give my computer to Manny.
Oh no.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe that's a good idea. We'll see.
Let's not do that.
If you guys want to see that, like, comment, subscribe at the bottom. We'll put a poll on Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Why not? Hey, I'll be up $500. There
If
you
you
go.
guys
It's
want to
fine.
see me lose all of Nathaniel's money.
That's fine. But not as bad as you think, right?
No, it's not as intimidating as I thought it was going to be.
Right. And remember, Manny's a complete beginner. I mean, when we first started talking, Manny's like, I have no idea what the heck the stock market
Literally
is.
know nothing about the stock market
Yeah.
up until now.
Exactly. So, and remember, Manny's coming in. He's watching me basically do what I've done for the past, 3 years, whatever it was, right? Manny's asking me, should I get into this? And I'm like, right now, no. Like, I don't ever say somebody should jump into day trading unless you have a mentor. I mean, Manny has me. So me and him can work together, which I can actually teach him how to do this stuff if he really wants to learn, right? But anybody out there watching and you're just like, I want to get into day trading, DM me. We can have a conversation. We can talk about kind of the strategies and things going forward. There will be a course being dropped soon, which will teach you guys all the stuff that I do in a daily basis to get these gains, kind of what's my morning routine, what I do day to day. So with all of that, I want to say thank you for watching another video. Like, comment, subscribe, and go check out my Instagram because we have a giveaway. The giveaway is going to be going on for the rest of this week and next week. So go check it out. It's going to be really interesting. I mean, you saw today, $2,688, and the giveaway is all of my profits from trading on May 3rd. So you guys go check it out. If you want to, enter the giveaway, follow the instructions there. Any final words of wisdom? Not really. There you go.
This was interesting.
Cool. All right. So maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. We'll see what they like, if they like it or not. So thanks, guys, again. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.